Hi everyone, and welcome to Jane Talks Real. It's time for another Human Target review, and today I'm looking at Season 1, Episode 3, Embassy Row. We begin the episode with a foot chase, which is a struggle bus for this dude Danny, who phones this guy Aaron asking if he's got the package he sent. Aaron says no because he hasn't been to the office, and Danny asks him to finish it, gives him a phone number, and promptly dies. Someone picks up the phone and sees Aaron's name while he goes to his ransacked apartment where Chance pops up out of nowhere. Aaron attacks him with a baseball bat, but Chance is like, "Bro, please," disarms him and tells him that he was a friend of Danny's, his brother. Aaron breaks the news that Danny is dead, but if he looks familiar to you, you may know this guy from Firefly. Chance explains that the number Danny gave him is an emergency protection line and says they need to get out of there. In the car, Aaron is confused by what all this is about, while Chance explains that Danny wasn't a lawyer like Aaron thought, he was a spy hunter. He was following a Russian agent, but he got poisoned and now it's up to the two of them to finish what he started. Chance is going to a party at the Russian embassy in Danny's place, but Winston points out that he has no idea who he's looking for. He pulls him to one side, but Chance explains that Danny saved his life, and Winston understands but wants to have more time to plan. Chance says he's not going to wait, and into the credits we go. Chance and his tux rocks up to the embassy where security is tight and checks in as Danny's cover, CC Baxter. But he doesn't have his ID, but he name drops the Secretary of Defense to these two security dudes, and Winston says he called ahead but had to leave a message. Luckily, when the security guy calls, the Secretary of Defense covers for him and he's let inside, but a woman stops him to tell him his guest has already arrived. Meanwhile, Guerrero is trying to decipher Danny's notebook, but Winston annoys him by checking his homework. And there's a natural comedic chemistry between these two, which really works for the show. Guerrero finds reference to a possible antidote in the hands of the Russian spy named Raven.
Let the challenge begin.
But shit! We have a problem! Aaron's been poisoned too, so Guerrero rushes off to retrace his steps. Chance plans to speak to the sus security dude named Volkov, but notes that people seem to have key cards and plans to steal one. He fiddles with one of the tables and this gorgeous woman walks up calling him by his cover name. She says she's Carrie Jacobs, his guest, and invites him outside. So Chance assumes she's a hooker as a date, so he wouldn't look suspiciously alone. He says that she's not needed and gives her money, but she is pissed.
You think I'm a prostitute? A $40 prostitute?
But the table Chance sabotaged collapses and he steals a keycard and slips away. Guerrero, meanwhile, breaks into Aaron's apartment looking for the source of the poison, and Chance follows Volkov through the embassy, overhearing a meeting with the Russian Special Forces. So he grabs a weapon, but his hand starts to shake. The noise draws attention, but Chance is able to hide, and both him and Winston conclude that Volkov and his men are also on the trail of the spy. He finds a file with a list of names, but starts bleeding from his nose like he's the killer in Valentine. Guerrero calls to say the poison is airborne in Aaron's apartment, which is where Chance was.
Winston, we have a problem.
Chance rifles through the desk, talking really loudly to Winston, so it's little wonder Carrie finds him and punches him in the face. She says she knows he's not CC Baxter and they get into a fight, which is cut to death, but it covers up the use of a stunt double. They end with Carrie holding a blade to his neck and she accuses Chance of being the spy, because she was working with Danny on the case. He says she's wrong and is holding a blade to her thigh and explains he's been poisoned.
I'm having a little bit of a hard time breathing, so can you just get off of me, please?
They call a truce and the woman introduces herself properly as Emma Barnes of the FBI and explains that the spy, Raven, stole plans for a prototype weapon and is in the embassy right now about to sell them. Now if Emma here looks familiar, not only is she a model, but she also played Detective Angel in CSI New York, or if you're a horror fan, she was Addison in Saw 2. You know, the one who stuck both hands in a razor box like a dumbass? Guerrero gets back into the office with a defibrillator, scaring the hell out of Aaron, but his decoding allows Chance to join the weapon sale via Bluetooth, and they discover it's an auction that's happening right now. They type a message into the auction which flushes out Raven and he makes a run for it. Except he's not Raven because the real Raven shoots him dead and leaves Chance and Emma to take the blame. They're handcuffed together and bolted to a table, and Emma apologizes for misjudging him and tells him that after he dies, she'll make sure he's recognized for his help. Jeez, thanks lady. He leans in and starts kissing her, which the security guy breaks up. but Chance shows he was able to get Emma's earring as Volkov comes into the room. He points out how proper dodgy it is that they were stood over the body of a Russian man in the Russian embassy and asks which one of them is Raven. But maybe Raven is the Russian friends we made along the way. Aaron starts convulsing, so Winston flings him onto the table, and Guerrero, after reading the instruction manual, manages to successfully restart his heart, but points out that without the antidote, he's still gonna die. Chance tells Volkov that while they're being held, the real Raven is gonna get away, and then sells Emma out. She's not impressed. The security guy from earlier comes in to see him, but he should not be trusted because he was the bad guy in Lucifer. Plus, as Chance points out, how the hell did he know where they were being held? He expositions his evil plan before shooting all the Russians, but Chance and Emma are free from the table, and although they are still handcuffed together, they put up a good fight, until Raven grabs a gun. But luckily Volkov has enough life in him to save their butts. The two of them can't find the cuff keys, but they do find a hotel key in Raven's pocket, so Winston, Guerrero and poor Aaron rush off to pick up the antidote. Emma wants the security footage as evidence, but Chance sets fire to the room to protect himself, and they liberate a motorbike to make their escape. Guerrero tosses the hotel room until he finds the antidote, and Chance is gonna need it as they blast down the road. We get a brief shot of a pair of stunt doubles. The guy doesn't even have the same colour hair as Mark Valley, but I guess flipping a motorbike over a police car was outside Valley's skill set. Emma tries to drag Chance over the wall, and I don't know how some trained dudes with machine guns can't hit two people who aren't even moving. What, do they train at the Stormtrooper school or something? They make it over the wall, but that's it for Chance, until Guerrero jumps out of the van, injects him with the antidote, cuts the handcuffs and drags him away, leaving Emma with no witness to what just went down. Her co-worker makes fun of her, but she's running prints off the cuffs that Chance wore, while Aaron goes to see him. He has a lot of questions about who his brother really was, and Emma's search turns up John Doe. Winston alerts Chance that his prints have been run, but Chance swears he didn't leave them behind on purpose. Or did he? So this episode is by far the best of the three, as this is when the show seems to settle into itself and come into its own. I feel like the whole team is properly utilised, and having Winston and Guerrero in Chance's ear through the whole mission gives us a really good look into how the team operates. Winston and Guerrero are so different that them working together lends a great understated humour to the episode. Any combination of the three leads gives us a family vibe, with Chance and Guerrero being excitable siblings, Winston and Chance giving father-son energy, and Winston and Guerrero being an old married couple. I like the structure of this episode much more than the previous one, because not only is it a more traditional linear storytelling that I prefer, but the bad guy was one of the characters we met already, unlike Rewind where the main villain was some throwaway dude. Yes, there was Laura, but it's much more satisfying to be able to work out who the villain is before the big reveal. This episode introduces Emma Barnes, our first major female character, which added another angle to Chance, as well as him having a very capable partner for the mission. Embassy Row is a great example of the human target formula that works so well in Season 1. So there you have it. That was Embassy Row. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or come say hi on social media. If you enjoyed this video, then please hit that like button, it means a lot. Or consider subscribing if you want more videos like this one. I'll speak to you soon, and thanks for watching.